Hello, everyone. This is Nikolai, and I wanted to make this mini lecture about the difference of verbatim versus natural translation. This occurred to me when I was just making the video about the introduction question, "Как меня зовут?" meaning, what is my name? Now, the thing about it is that what is my name is the most natural translation for this question. If you have no English input in the class and we only go Russian, you will try to decipher this question, "Как меня зовут?" And once you conclude, based on the context, that it means "what is my name," you will try to figure out, okay, so "как" probably means "what," and "меня" probably means "my," and "зовут" probably means "name." Because you will see that it's going to be "как меня зовут," "как тебя зовут," "как ее зовут." So the words "как" and the words "зовут" are constant, while the only thing that's changing is the adjectives that you would think belong to, my. So so you would conclude that "как" means "what" and that "зовут" means "name." And you will then try to formulate sentences later on with this new knowledge. But unfortunately, this would be false knowledge because "what is my name" is the natural translation of "как меня зовут," but not the verbatim translation. It's not word for word. It's just, if you, let's see, it's just an idea that when expressed in Russian, the machine then takes and tries to express in English in the most natural way. But there is no guarantee that the idea that was vectorized using the word vector technology will be translated using the same words. It'll just be a vector closest to this idea in a new language. "Как" actually means "how," and "меня" actually is an accusative case of the word "I," or "me" in this case. And "зовут" is the conjugation of the verb звать for they. So the literal translation is "how me they call." And I put "they" here in brackets because "they" is implied, but it's not even pronounced in the sentence. The word for "they" is "они," but it's not even in the sentence, "как меня зовут." So this is what we're dealing with here. And the problem is that even when you go to Google Translate and you translate word for word, you will come closer to the real translation, to the real meaning of the words. But it will still fail here. Like, for example, it translates "зовут" as "my name is." So if you go to Google Translate and you enter the whole thing, "как меня зовут," you're going to get "what is my name." You're going to get the most natural translation, but it will not be verbatim translation. And it's not a translation from which you can learn words reliably. You will be tricked into mistranslating it if you do that. If you just go like "как" means "what" and "зовут" means "name," you will be wrong. And so the only way I found to really do this is to go to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT does provide a proper translation. So here I asked it a question: "Hey, can you break down the difference of verbatim translation versus natural translation for sentence "как меня зовут?" And it gave a wonderful answer. It breaks down every word, gives the real meaning of that word, and then gives this translation, verbatim translation. But then it also gives the natural translation and explains that that the this is the uh, natural translation, and verbatim translation is awkward, which is why the automatic translators will not translate it this way. This is something we have to keep in mind when we're learning new languages. We look at English text, we see the translation, we want to think that we have now learned the meaning of these new words, but in fact, we could be tricked by that. So we have to be careful.